Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday morning, October 24th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the S&SPY. Hope everybody had a lovely weekend. So after the market really exploded in the afternoon, on Friday, to go out with a triple distribution day. Remember, we had one set of singles in L, and there was one little tick in I for a triple distribution day. Technically, the real spike started in F, but what I don't like about that, though, it's not a true spike only because if it was really that strong, F and G never should have come this far back into the initial balance where the market attempted to spike out of. We did have a poor low down there. But again, there's a lot to lean on here with the single prints, and even if you were to get back to B's high. But to be quite honest with you, if that was to occur, value would be go from higher to overlapping to higher. I'm not sure how much I would lean on B's high at that point. Right now, that's a moot point as we are attempting to explode on the upside with a gap. Okay? We are trying to take out a daily balance. Now, the weekly balance is still not getting taken out yet. We'll go over both of those in a minute. So first things first, the daily, which stretched the balance on Friday, is attempting to come out of balance on a gap. And then the next step would be to take out the weekly balance. Overnight high right now in SPY is 375.62. Overnight low is 371.63. 38.13 and a quarter. ES is high. 36.50 is their overnight low. So what is the game plan? Well, first, before we go that, let's look at the other ones. Triple Q, same thing. As they went out with a triple distribution day, look at their overnight. You talk about markets that are so visual. Look at Q's overnight low, right down to the second set of single prints. Just amazing, right? You can set your clock by how visual they are. They're attempting to come out on a gap also out of their daily. And the Russell, now Russell filled their late single prints. They only went out with a double distribution. But again, look where their overnight is, right where the single prints fill. As they're attempting to come out of a daily balance to the upside, okay? And then they'll have to deal with a weekly balance. They're also trying to get above that 173.39 level. So again, we talk about, depending on how large the gap is, the context, everything is different. Look where we've been battling right now. We have a very wide POC right up at 74.75. It's 12 wide. But we've been battling the 3,800 level. We know how much trouble we've had the last time we got up here. Look at the way we dried up as we got up to it. So here's 3,800, okay? Look how wide we are right below it. It's like the troops are massing at the border to attempt to get above that 3,800. So the question is, for now and at 9:30, do we get it right away, or do we get the market to back off first and to get an inventory adjustment? The market is going to be pretty long come 9:30. So we'll see if they pull back first. Even our overnight low got a little bit below where that last little tick of single prints were. So on a pullback, I would definitely look for a long against the gap. Okay? Now, there's a lot of different things after that. If the gap fills, how much heat do you want to take? Right? I think if they just want to fill the gap and there's not a lot of volume, you hold on to it and see if it migrates back up. If they fill the gap with pretty good tempo and volume, then I'll wait. Then I'm out of the long, and then we'll see what happens in this set of single prints. And I'd probably take a long inside of here at some point. Okay? I'd start getting more worried if they attempt to fill the last set of single prints and come back into value. So those are definitely things to keep an eye on. As far as a short, if we're to open and push up to around 3,800, can you take a short against the overnight high? You can. Sure you can. And then you want to see how, then it depends how much heat you want to take. You know, it's over $1 to the overnight high. So it depends on how much heat you would want to take. If they start getting acceptance above 3,800, it looks like they're going to go gun for the overnight high, then I'd get out of that short. Again, these are all early plays. You'll see this in my trading room all day as we are forming. I have to leave at 3 p.m. today. Not sure. I have a lot to do tonight. I hope to do an afternoon video, but there's no guarantee. But we'll see when I get back tonight. And then just quickly on the chart, just going to show you the weekly and the daily. So here's the weekly. So the weekly balance is 379.46, that high. So we are not coming out of balance just yet. If we take that out, now again, it's a weekly. Then as the week would progress, I would see if I call the weekly up, or do I still call it balance because of this 389 high. Again, it's a weekly chart. I'm not sure. But right now, it's still firmly balanced until we get above 379.46, okay? And then the daily, again, we battled right above the 20-day moving average all last week. We're coming out of a 4-day balance to the upside. The big target, which I said, I didn't think this was going to hold, 379.46. Well, they certainly have another chance to prove me right and get above it, and maybe even to get above this trend line where we had our lower highs. Now, we'll still have a lower high if that was to occur, but then you see what kind of momentum we get. Again, if we ever got legs above 411.73, well, then I think the lows of the year would certainly be in. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see what happens out of the daily balance. Let's see if we come out of a weekly balance and get above this trend line. Good luck trading today. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. And we'll recap at 4 p.m.